Okay. And we are live. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, no matter where in the world you happen to be dialing in from or viewing from. So, it's almost New Year's Eve, isn't it? 2020 is almost over. It's like, I don't know whether you feel happy about that or sad about that, because it's been a really, really bad year for a lot of people, but it's been a really, really good one. We all got the meat to start off with. So, got mixed results for what we're thinking of just for this year. So we've got people starting to come on right now. I have to send a message to say, got a message to Dubai to Mr. Brooks to let him know that we're on. So, excuse me, and that's it. So, evening, Michael. Evening, Gary, and. If you're looking at this right now, guys, if you're watching this, first and foremost, can you share this? Let's get this, excuse me, let's get this out to as many people as we can, because what I want to talk about tonight is I want to cover what we did a couple of days ago, because really kudos has to go to these three guys here and not me, because they planned the event for last Monday. Nick planned the event. It wasn't the girls. It was Nick that planned the event of the Monday. And Nick did the hosting.
That was Michael. If I'd been more organised, we would have done it together.
Say it again.
No, I was just saying, if I'd been more organised, we would have planned it together. But because I was a bit late in the day doing it, it ended up being mostly me. That was my fault, really.
Well, either way, went down really, really well. And I saw the feedback. I mean, I was watching the feedback as we were going along. But then I was getting messages, even as the call was progressing, I was getting messages from all over the place with people saying how good it was. And I was getting, and some of the guys that are actually on right now were passing me individual comments saying how good it is. So really did go down well. We had people looking at the business for the first time who were really pleased with what they saw, and we had lots and lots of exciting testimonials, and it was just a great event. So I wanted to know how you guys have what feedback you've had in the last couple of days since then, because the week between Christmas and New Year's is usually a bit of a nothing kind of week. But I'm sensing lots of excitement. So, what's your feedback?
I literally when I've been told that this time of year is quite good for getting new people to join your business. To be honest, I've been like, well, it's not going to be, because people are enjoying Christmas, chilling out. But for me, no. I've never had so many messages, so many people saying, "Oh, Katie, what's this you're doing?" And for me, I just feel like there is a big excitement. And like me and Nick said, when we've been working up to this for the past month, me and Nick's even said you can just get that feeling of excitement around it. And I honestly do believe it's because of obviously the what's happened in 2020, the rubbish year that we've had, and that people are just looking for something new. And we've had the rubbish news today about most expeditions being in tier 4, and I think people out there at the minute are looking. They are open and looking. So for me, to be honest with you, I'm quite shocked at how many people have been open to taking a look. And I'm quite shocked at that, but people have been having the foot on pedal instead of just sat back, chilling, relaxing, because nobody knows what's going to happen next year. So for me, it's been really good. It's exciting. It's so exciting. I just walk around and I'm so excited all the time. It's so exciting.
It doesn't take a lot to get you excited, though, does it?
Oh, I did it. I'm so excited.
Hi, Simon.
So for me, amazing. I bet Daisy will agree, and Nick will totally agree with me as well. We've all said the same.
Yeah, I've had loads of people asking me about it. Every time I put something on, with somebody messaging me about it. And I think exactly the same, Katie. I think there's so many people at the minute who don't know what's going to happen next year, or they're worried about the jobs, or want a little safety net or something, a plan B. I think a lot of people are interested in it. I think I think it was last night, weren't it? God, all these nights are just blending in. Was it the night before? But I think I'm going to call it a super presentation, because it was like a magnified version of our little one. But I think it was so good. It was so clear. It gave people a lot of insight, like behind the scenes insight, and to hear loads of different people's stories, because we're all from different backgrounds. We're all very different people, but we're all here doing the exact same thing. So I think it was good to hear so many different people's stories, because I think we relate to a lot more people that way. So I think it went really well. Well done, Nick, by the way, for planning it.
And what I loved about it, Nick, as well, is how you face the objections that people, maybe the worries that people have, starting and looking at something new. And to me, that was a total game changer of how, you brought them forward and put them to bed. Put them to bed. That is exactly what you did, Paz. So I thought it was amazing.
I thank you for all that feedback. Yeah. No, I decided there were a couple of things I wanted to do. One was I wanted to try and speak from the heart, and I wanted to, say a few things about why this business is so important to me. And the reality is I haven't had much financial success in my life, possibly, because of the career I chose. And so I wanted to just relate to people the difference it's made to me being in this position now, where I feel so confident about the future going forward and finances going forward. And I did want to try and address some of those normal things that people say, because I think in reality, people throw objections out, often not because when they say, "Oh, I'm too busy," that's not necessarily the reason. I think there's often something behind that. And it's to do with a level of belief. And so I wanted to try and address those things. And also because, we have got something that, you don't need a lot of time to do it. You don't have to be the brain of Britain to do it. It's designed in such a way that one can go and get, financial benefit from it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're absolutely right about that. And the depth of some of the stories that you got were really, really good. Even your own story, to be honest with you, Nick, because you've been on calls that I've done and you've told your story many, many times. But of course, we're condensing it into 20, 30 seconds. And the fact that you were able to tell that much more of your story, and the idea that you've got yourself in a position, in effect, till the last 9 months, you've got yourself into a position where you're able to say to your wife, you can retire if you want to. And I'm presuming that just wasn't on the cards 12 months ago. I mean, that's just, I think that's an amazing thing to say. But there were also people, and Katie, was it you that found the people for the testimonials?
Yeah.
Because there were some stories that we had on there. There were some people that gave their stories that we don't normally have on our regular weekday calls. I don't know why they don't really come on, but they didn't. And I heard stories that I've never heard before. And I think it's really important that we get to hear all the stories that you never hear before, because it is time after time after time after time, we find that we're impacting people's lives. One that stood out was Ian Randell, who is sponsored by Simon, lives down south, said he was one of the few people in the south of England, but had been in network marketing in the past, didn't really want to come back to network marketing, but came to us because he could make money without building a team, without having to go out and sell anything to anyone. And that's all that he's done for the last 9 months. And he just very quietly goes on and makes money that makes a world of difference to him without having to disturb what he's doing. And that's an amazing story to tell people. The fact that it might get someone else to look at a business that can change their lives without them having to do something that they feel uncomfortable with. And I thought that was really, really amazing. So great job the story.
What I really like, Roger, as well about Ian's story as well, is that he said that he admitted that, you know, wanting to learn how to trade independently, he weren't really confident with that. So Ian, like, says he comes on and takes signals from the traders. And I thought that were really good to see that side of somebody that comes on takes the signals from the traders too, which shows that you can come on and you can still make money if they're taking the signals from the professionals.
And again, something else that's really, really important, because what we're trying to show people is that we've got something for everyone. So if you've never heard of Forex trading and you think it sounds like something that just sounds like rocket science and you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You can be like Ian, who just says, I just want someone to send me some information and just give me instructions and I can just follow the instructions and make money, and that's it. Or you can be like, I mean, all three of you have taken on board learning how to trade and got really, really good at it. And to the point where, I mean, Katie, you do regular sessions teaching people how to trade. Ian, you said the other day you're going to start doing that in the new year. You're going to start doing your own sessions teaching people how to trade. Daisy, I mean, you've done all sorts of training over the last 8-9 months with people on all kinds of different subjects. So people can do what they want to do. So we've got 3 people there who all have learned it, want to pass that on, want to share it. Then Ian, as I said, being the opposite, in as much as doesn't have the time, doesn't have the inclination to learn, just wants a way to make some extra money without really affecting what he does. And we give him that as well. And there's no pressure on him to do anything that he doesn't want to do or become anything that he doesn't want to become. So you don't have to go out and learn these new skills. You know, if people are watching this thinking I could never do this, going on Facebook talking like this right now, well, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want, and I think that's a powerful thing. So, you know, I thought the whole thing went across really well, but I'm pleased to hear that so many people were giving us good feedback from it, because, as I said, you did an amazing job, Nick. But it's interesting to see that there are so many people that are busy and still actually out there promoting, even between Christmas and New Year, out there promoting the business, because we're living in seriously changing times, aren't we? Just as you said before, tier 4's come into effect for an extra 20 million people today. Well, as of midnight, 20 million more of us going to tier 4, which is near as damn it back into a total lockdown, which is the reason why, well, 2 of you, Daisy was in before that, but that's the reason why Nick and Katie joined us in the first instance, because of the first lockdown. So we're showing that we can do something and help with that situation. Because this I saw a comment from someone else earlier on today, and they were talking about optimism for 2021. And this is not someone who's connected with our business and wasn't particularly optimistic about 2021. But what this guy said was that he doesn't believe that anything is going to change for us in the UK until at least Q3. And I think that's possibly not far adrift, really, to be fair, because I think Q1 is going to be all about trying to control the situation we're in. By Q2, I think the vaccines will be becoming more widespread, and hopefully by June, July, we'll be in a position where we're starting to get our freedoms back again and be able to go out and this time enjoy some of which we couldn't do last year. And that's when our business goes into a different direction. But in the meantime, that still means that there's 6 months of what are you going to do to make some money, and what are you going to do that's going to make a difference to yourself. And we've got that all sorted. We don't have to worry about that. So I think it's a lot to be said for that. So we've talked a lot about what's happened up until now. What's 2021 going to start out like for you guys? What's going to happen next week?
bonnet. No, me and Daisy, we've got some exciting things, haven't we? Coming up. We're actually having a Zoom with our team on Sunday, so we're mega excited about that. We just want to push everyone forward with the trading. We really want to, come on and help them with that. And for those that are interested in building the business, we really want to push them forward. So Daisy are always in talks about what we're going to do, because like I said, we want to help the team to grow, and that's what we want to do. So I'm mega looking forward to that on Sunday that we've got with them.
The thing is, we've done a lot of training this year. So we've done a lot of training in terms of trading. We've done a lot of training in terms of marketing and network marketing and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like we've got so much more to give now than what we've ever had before. So I've been looking through my books and all these notes I've taken, probably too many notes to be honest. And we don't need to overcomplicate things. But I just thought now, the best time to start something is January. Everyone's fired up. I'm fired up anyway, but people have New Year's resolutions, everyone's pumped, and I just thought if we can bring Kate and get our heads together and come up with something for our team to help them grow for the first couple of months of this year and get people's momentum, because once you get the snowball effect and you start rolling, you keep going, don't you? So I just everybody on fire, not literally. Set everyone on fire in January, and then keep that momentum going, and then keep sort of doing fun things throughout the year to keep them going. We're not saying too much because we want to sort of share it on Sunday when we've announced it with everyone. But we've got some really really good things to keep people motivated and keep people going. So I think this year. I think this year is going to be and I've said it a million times, but just a pivotal year. I think this is going to be the year that I look back on 10 years time and go, God, 21 was when it all changed. Because I genuinely do feel that. I feel that big time.
We do. And like we've said as well, like me and Daisy are still going to carry on with live. Like we love going live on a Sunday. We've actually got Ian and along with us this Sunday, bless him. He's going to come on. And me and Nick, we said Nick can't with three of us, and that we're going to still carry on, doing our lives and stuff. Because I've missed you, Nick. I've missed you these last few days, mate.
I know.
You miss me?
I know. I know, absolutely. I feel like my left arm's been chopped off.
I
know exactly. I know. I feel like I've been a bad on-screen husband. I haven't seen you for a couple of days. I'm so excited about the year ahead. I really am. And along with Dave Bailey, we've been doing in the last couple of days a lot of one-to-one calls and goal setting with people, which is fantastic. Personally, I'm planning to rank up at least once during January, if not twice. And we've got all sorts of stuff going on, a lot of excitement, new stuff coming on. I just this year is going to be phenomenal. It really is. I've been feeding myself a lot. I've been listening to Jason Boot Camp, which is we have on the Winners Circle site. I've also downloaded quite a few audio books that I'm tuning into to get me sort of fired up and ready to go. So yeah, I'm just I can't wait to get going. That was partly why we did the call this week, to start giving us a that little kickstart to get us going.
Well, that was the idea, wasn't it? The idea was the kickstart into next year. So from next Monday, we're back to doing our regular 15-minute Zooms. Yeah. So who's going to do Zooms with me next week?
I'm going to have to pull my finger out, aren't I?
Well, you've been letting the side down, to be honest with you. I didn't want to say that.
I've been doing nighttime boot camp. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, it's no excuse.
You're doing me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what night? Let's
I could do my boot camp. same time. I could have two things there. Like, I'm doing burpees and jumping around, like presenting it as I do it. Yeah?
It'd be different. It'd be
How
different.
long's today's session? We're going to be doing 5 more reps.
Yeah.
Are you doing boot camps every night?
I do them most nights, yeah.
Right. Okay. Right.
You can jump on one if you want.
So you can't do one.
The circle one.
Nah, it's not going to work. Need it. It's not going to work. So I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm on other calls. I'm scheduled.
Okay.
So we're trying to figure out if we can get you to fit
my
into
old
our schedule.
ballroom.
Fit into yours. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So okay. So
The shrapnel. No.
so do you have a day between Monday and Thursday when you can be available at 7:30?
Yes, I will have one. I will make sure that I have one.
What day?
Well, I don't actually know, but it might be a Wednesday. Off the top of my head, it's definitely not a Tuesday or a Thursday. So it's going to have to be a
Okay.
Wednesday.
Okay. Right. So are we going to put you down for Wednesday then?
Looks like it.
I'm going to set these. I'm going to set these for everybody whilst we're actually on this. So okay. So if I do Monday,
Wait,
you're
what
going
week
to
is
do
it?
Wednesday.
Oh my God, I'm on the wrong diary.
Hang on.
So I'll do Monday.
I'll do Tuesday.
I'll book you in,
So
Roger.
Nick, Thursday. Nick's
Oh,
frozen.
It's fine with me,
you're
yeah.
not going to believe
I haven't got a Bible.
I can't read
I
that.
haven't got a Bible like that to write it in.
I'm at the gym at 7 o'clock.
It's at the gym.
I'm not flying.
You need to tell these guys. Look, I'm sorry, I'm busy at that time.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll do Monday. I'll do Monday and Wednesday. Katie, you're going to do Tuesday. Nick, you do Thursday.
I think you can. It keeps freezing.
Yeah, no problem.
You do.
Um,
Right.
I'm
Okay.
gonna write
He's
it
writing it down.
as well, if there's any of our team watching, come on, people, put your name down for it. You come on, do it too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm not being lazy. I've got work. I've got social working hours.
See, it just shows you guys, no, you can kill this business when you work at now.
Hang on, I'm just thinking. Is Sheffield in tier 4?
No. Three.
3. All right. You're still in tier 3.
For
Yeah.
now.
All right.
For now.
Because Manchester goes into
If somebody had me, they were like,
Manchester-
you're not in 4.
Manchester goes into tier 4 from Manchester goes into tier 4 from midnight. Nick, are you classed as Merseyside or Cheshire?
Yeah, I'm in 3, I think.
That's it.
I'm in 3, or have I
You're
got
in
into
3.
4? I don't know. All right. I don't
Well, if you're classed
anymore anyway.
if you're classed
I'm
as Cheshire, then you go into tier 4.
Oh,
But if you're Merseyside, you're staying as tier 3. I know
all right, yeah.
Manchester.
Well, I
I'm in
haven't
tier 4.
seen daylight or fresh air since January anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay. So we've got a plan then anyway for next week. So let's talk about what else is going to happen. So next week we're into 2021, and from a trading point of view, things are going to start to pick up.
oh my God.
November and December are always quiet months of the year. January starts to pick up, and it's a slow start to the year, but nonetheless, it picks up. February goes ballistic. Historically, it always goes crazy. February, March, the markets get really, really busy, but it's going to start picking up from next week. So here's what's going to happen for you guys from next week. So from Monday, I'm going to start looking at signals that are coming through from our traders again. The same as I did the same time in 2020, when I was sending signals out along with Simon Brooks. And what's going to happen is we're going to start checking the markets. He's not going to get away with it. He's in Dubai right now. He's on the call watching. So we'll be sending messages backwards and forwards to each other, the same as we used to, saying, what do you think of this one? Do you like it? Do you not like it? The deal will be only if the pair of us are agreed that we're happy to put the trade out to you guys, and only if we're prepared to say we'll put our own money into this. And that's really the deal, you know, as far as I'm concerned. I think that's the most important thing. I will not suggest to anyone that you take a trade that I'm not prepared to put my own money into. But from next week, we will be sending signals out as the winner's circle. Now, don't expect to see a flood of signals, but expect to see 2, 3, maybe 4 signals. Depends on whether the market is good. It depends on whether it's right. Also, beware.
That's all you need.
That's exactly it. It amazes me how many people get started with this. They want to place like 10 trades a day, 20 trades a day, 30 trades. They turn into Forex junkies. They really do go crazy. And one of the things that I love about what we do is that it's so easy on time for ourselves. And yet new people come on board and they seem to insist on sitting at the computer for such a long time, and they turn it into just another job for themselves. See, I did this to be away from having a regular job. I want some time freedom. I don't want to have to live watching a computer, and I won't do it. So I'm going to see a number of signals throughout the day, and I'll send those signals out as and when they come through. 3 a day should be more than adequate. All we're going to be looking for is nice and simple. All I'm going to look to try to do is make you 5% profit a day. 5% profit a day, I promise you, will make you very, very, very wealthy people, yes.
And can you imagine, like me and Daisy, with your trades and our trades? We're like, rich.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 5% a day can make you very wealthy. And these are my personal rules for me. I don't trade on Mondays. I don't trade on Fridays, because the markets on Mondays, the professionals are coming back into the game. They're taking the time assessing what's happening. Fridays, the professionals are out of the trade. They get out of the game again for the weekend. Mondays and Fridays, the markets are dictated by retail traders. Now, that's people like you and me. But about 70% of those people haven't got a clue what they're doing. They're just gambling, they're guessing, and it makes the markets a little bit more erratic, and too erratic for me. I'm not a gambler. I like a degree of certainty with what I'm doing. So I won't trade Mondays, I won't trade Fridays. So you're only going to get 3 days a week when signals are coming from me. So expect to see something coming on Tuesday and onwards, but the signals will come through. And I'm just looking at some of the comments, you know, people that are putting comments in here right now, people like Malcolm putting that in, and just saying, looking forward to the signals coming through again. Tracy said the same thing. Yvonne Harris said she's looking forward to it. These signals at the beginning of last year, people were making a chunk of money out of it. Now, to be honest with you, at the beginning of last year, it did turn into a job for me, because we were looking to try and send out a bunch of signals a day, every day, 5 days a week, and it just became a nightmare. And if I wanted to go to the gym, I was trying to figure out how can I go to the gym? You know, if I've got to put my phone down for a couple of hours whilst I'm in the gym, I don't want to live my life like that, so I'm not going to. So this has got to fit around what I want to do with my life. But all I want to do for me personally is generate 5% a day. If I can generate 5% a day for me, I can do the same for you guys. And I know exactly how much 5% is going to make me next year. And it's going to make me a shed load of money. So I'm going to be happy with that. and it can do exactly the same for you. And that's really what we want to do. And that's going to be exciting. Now, the first week, I'll be checking with Simon. He'll still be in Dubai because he comes back from Dubai not this Friday, but next Friday. He'll still be Say it again.
He's gone forever. He's gone for ages.
It's just some people are like that. They just sort of abandon us and leave us to it. And just go swim off and enjoying themselves, you know. He's got pictures all over Facebook. Sunbathing.
Do you know what though? He's not here, and we miss him when he's not here. I feel that we have to add on what Simon always says about trading. Can we say what trading is?
Well, I think you should. I think because he is watching, and I think he'll be upset if you don't. So feel free, go for it.
This 15%,
thousands and thousands and thousands
is guys, it is tax free. You tax tax free.
We're in the UK.
It's not potions, lotions, creams.
It's tax-free here in the UK. Some countries do have to pay tax on it. If you're outside of the UK, then check with your accountant to see. But here in the UK, any profits that we make from trading Forex are completely tax-free. And I've got to be honest with you guys, big profit and tax-free. So that makes a difference. So we have. So I think 2021 is looking exciting for us.
Yeah.
And the fact is now we've planned out between the four of us now. We've planned out what's going to happen next week in terms of calls. The call that we did this Monday that Nick did was a showcase call, and Nick went into more detail than we normally do. And did an awesome job of it. We don't have time to do that on a daily basis, Monday to Friday. So what we're going to be doing from next week, Monday to Thursday, not Monday to Friday, what we're going to do is 15-minute call. We'll very quickly introduce you to a bunch of people, and we'll try and get different people every day, but introduce you to a bunch of different people who are doing what we do, and you can get their opinions on how we work. Once we've finished that call, that gives people an opportunity to join up with us. And if anyone wants to see a little bit more, most days there is a training call that will follow at 8 p.m. So it'll be 7:30 to explain what the business is all about. 8 p.m. if they want to join into a training call, even if they haven't quite got round to signing up at that moment in time because they only saw it 15 minutes ago. But if they want to join in, they want to see what kind of training we give, then they're welcome to come across and see that and get that behind the scenes look, which is what Nick was trying to get across the other day. But you'll get to see exactly how we work as a team. I mean, that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing us working together as a team. But you'll get to see what's happening as we're talking to everyone else and how helpful and how supportive we are. I think one of the biggest strengths that we have for anyone who is looking at getting started in trading Forex and the other different things that we do as well. So team building, network marketing, trading Forex, and also with our new shops. I'm going to talk about the shops in a second. I'm going to you two girls talk about the shops. But with all the different things that we do, we have a huge amount of support because you guys are now part of the support system. You are the support system for all these other people. So I think we give lots and lots of value to people for that because that's all free of charge. But it means that nobody's actually in this on their own. They don't have to figure this out themselves. So that makes a world of difference. But I've talked about shops and Shopify. Let's talk about Shopify just for a couple of minutes. We will make it a couple of minutes now because I'm conscious of how long we've been on for. But Shopify was something most people have heard about. Shopify might not be exactly aware of what it is, but back in September, as a company, we launched, it was October, wasn't it? We launched a product where we teach people how to set up their own Shopify store. So if you don't want to talk to people, if you don't want to network, if you don't like the idea of trading Forex, but you always fancied having your own little online shop, well, you two girls, you tell me how easy it is. You've now both got your shops running.
It's
How's
easy.
it doing?
It's so easy to set up. Like, I'd never heard of dropshipping before, and this is literally just, it is ABC. It's do this, do this, do this. It's so easy to follow, so easy. And within the first month, I'd finished most of my shop, got it set up, and made a sale. So yeah, I'm learning about sort of advertising and stuff now. So it's great for me being a PT as well, because the stuff I'm learning from this can tie into my other business, which is just unreal. So it's sort of like a win-win for me, because I'm learning things that really do benefit my other business as well. But shop-wise, honestly, it's so easy to set up. It could not be easier. And if I can do it when I didn't even know what drop shipping were, anyone can do it. Kate, you've been doing well as well, haven't you? You've got yours set up.
Yeah, I'm doing mine together with me friend Shelley. And I've got to admit, she's done all that work. She's set up the main up and all that. I'm the one who's doing my stories on Instagram and Facebook, like, come on, look at my shop. Come on, people. But yeah, I'm literally just doing like what Daisy's at now. But like, it's not like 5 weeks. We've got a live shop. We've literally got, and do you know what? When I got, it just looks so professional. I can't believe it. So, who would have ever thought that I'd have come out of 2020 with 2 bleeding shops? I've got 2 shops now. Yeah, I mean, so I've got a Saudi shop and I've got an online shop. It's like, what? I can't even stress. Like Shelley she's just literally whizzed through it. She's whizzed through it. So now I'm literally at the stage of days I'm going through learning about all the ads and how to drive traffic to the shop. But do you know what? It's going to be on Facebook. It's going to be on Instagram. It's going to be all over. Worldwide. I can't believe it. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved it. Like, I am literally going into 2021 with five different streams of income, people. Five, man. I
love how Kate's eyes pop out her head when she gets passionate. She's like,
It's different. This is much different from my normal Wednesday calls. Usually, I'm just going to tell Simon to shut up, but there's difference. It's very different. It's good to see so much excitement and so much positivity, and I am really, really looking forward to next week. So that said, we've been on for just shy of 40 minutes now. I suppose time for us to wrap it up. I think the first pizza's going cold.
I'm just asking.
So, completely thrown me now. Thanks for that, Daisy. So, what we have to do right now is just say to everyone, have the best New Year's Eve that you can possibly have. Enjoy yourself tomorrow night. I know most people aren't going out, but maybe you're going to get to see family and friends one way or another. I don't know. Have the best time you can possibly have. Enjoy what's left of this year. Enjoy the start of next year. And then once we get into next week, let's make 2021 a memorable year for the best of reasons, because I know we can absolutely do that. I know we can have a whale of time. And in 2021, when COVID finally gets put out the way, when we've all had our vaccines, when we can all finally start to move, we're all going to get to meet up, all 4 of us, along with the rest of the team. We'll have a hell of a party then, so we'll have a great time. But until then, let's just wish everybody a Happy New Year, shall we?
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, guys! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
We're going to see you all soon. Bye, everyone.